Brad Pitt's daughter confirms the rumors at the age of 17. Since she was a youngster, Shiloh Jolie-Pitt's life has been a public spectacle. She has walked red carpets and dealt with the difficulties of being in a famous family. Now that she's 17, she has to deal with the fact that Brad Pitt's $300 million fortune is no longer hers. This startling choice has made a lot of people curious, and many are wondering what it means for Shiloh's future. There are a lot of questions, such what made this choose and if there's more to the story than meets the eye. Let's check into the rumors about Brad Pitt's daughter and find out the truth behind this shocking news. We talk about the rumors that Brad Pitt's daughter confirmed in this video. They stunned the world. Shiloh Jolie-Pitt was born on May 27, 2006, in the beautiful town of Swakopmund, Namibia. There was a lot of media attention around her birth. Shiloh's birth was a huge event across the world because she was the first biological child of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. Angelina, as the couple was nicknamed, were the most glamorous couple in Hollywood. Since they fell in love on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith in 2004, they have been in the news. The couple had already adopted 2 kids, Maddox from Cambodia and Zahara from Ethiopia, by the time Shiloh was born. Shiloh's birth in Namibia was a compliment to the country's beautiful scenery and a smart way to avoid the American paparazzi's constant attention. Angelina loved Africa deeply and did a lot of humanitarian work there. Namibia was the perfect place for her to hide away. Local officials were pleased and gave Shiloh's parents the choice to let her become a Namibian citizen if they wanted. Shiloh was already famous at only 2 months old. At the famous Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in New York City, she became the first baby to be made into a wax figure, where a life-size statue of her parents lovingly watched over her crib. This event showed how strange Shiloh's life was when she was born. Shiloh's early years were full with great advantages and a lot of different cultures. Shiloh's parents were not only famous in Hollywood, but they were also very kind people. Because of this, she was exposed to a wide range of cultures and experiences. In 2008, Shiloh Jolie-Pitt had her first taste of Hollywood. When she was a baby in her father's famous movie, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. This was a short yet unforgettable event that got people interested in her future in the entertainment business. But as Shiloh became older, it became evident that she had her own thoughts about life and didn't want to follow in her parents' footsteps in Hollywood. Shiloh famously rejected the notion of playing Little Aurora in her mother's movie Maleficent, saying she'd rather be a horned creature instead. Vivian, her younger sister, ended up taking the part. In 2016, Shiloh also had a funny voice appearance as Shui in Kung Fu Panda 3. Fashion icon, in the last few years, Shiloh has become a fashion icon, striding into the spotlight in a way that is all her own. Shiloh looked amazing at the London premiere of Eternals in 2021, taking cues from her mother's famous style. Shiloh wore a stylish black and white Dior dress that was similar to Angelina's own stunning style. This showed the world that she was becoming more confident and unique. Angelina has always told her kids to be themselves and try out different styles, stressing that their freedom of expression is more essential than what society thinks. Shiloh has been with Angelina at a lot of big events, like the premieres of Unbroken and Maleficent, as well as on significant humanitarian missions. In 2018, she went with her parents to a refugee camp in Jordan with the UNHCR, where she showed compassion and sensitivity. Shiloh wasn't simply posing for pictures, she was really involved, talking to migrants and learning about their circumstances. Angelina has traveled with her family from Cambodia to Ethiopia, and she often tells moving stories about how these excursions have changed them. It's clear that Shiloh got her parents' enormous heart and passion to make the world a better place. As we learn more about the ongoing Shiloh Jolie-Pitt and Brad Pitt story, keep watching. Shiloh Jolie-Pitt is making a name for herself, and it's all because to dancing. Her love of hip-hop has put her in the spotlight, and her spectacular routines have turned heads. There are a lot of viral videos on social media of Shiloh doing high-energy dance routines to songs like Lizzo's About Damn Time and Ed Sheeran's Shivers. Brad Pitt, her father, has even said that he isn't very good at dancing, but he loves watching his daughter's amazing performances. The unauthorized YouTube channel Shiloh Jolie-Pitt Dance has more than 10,500 subscribers who love her energetic dances filmed at the famous Millennium Dance Complex in Los Angeles. Shiloh owns the stage with ease, moving easily from Rihanna's sexy grooves to Dua Lipa's catchy pop sounds and Christina Aguilera's famous motions. But she doesn't just follow trends. She adds her unique style to each performance. Small inventive touches hinted at a deeper artistic potential and showed off her individual flair. The teachers at Millennium Dance Complex have taught many famous dancers, so they are probably helping Shiloh improve her technique and reach her maximum potential, which will help her thrive in the dance industry. The renowned relationship between Brad and Angelina Jolie from flames to dust. The popular song All Good Things by Nelly Furtado had the words "flames to dust, lovers to friends." Why do all good things have to end? For Pitt and Jolie, the song's words were real, and the good times were over. When Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie met for the first time on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith in 2004, they hit it off right away and became one of Hollywood's hottest couples. They were known as Brangelina and looked to have everything: charm, talent, and a growing family. Their relationship, which started while Pitt was still married to Jennifer Aniston, became public after his divorce was final. They made a family of 6 kids, 3 of whom were adopted from other countries. For a while, it looked like Brad and Angelina's relationship was a fairy tale. They went throughout the world, made movies together, and started the Jolie-Pitt Foundation to help people in need. In 2016, though, things started to fall apart when Jolie filed for divorce, saying that they couldn't agree on anything. Fans and the media were startled by the breakup. There were rumors about Pitt's alleged drug and alcohol misuse and rage difficulties, as well as Jolie's worries about their kids. The extended divorce process, which was full of accusations from both sides, ruined Brangelina's once glamorous image. Even if things ended badly, both have moved on. Jennifer Aniston and Jolie have become friends again, which has led to rumors of reconciliation. Jolie is still acting and doing charitable work. Their relationship's ups and downs are a clear reminder that celebrity partnerships often hide deeper problems. Fans can only hope that Brad and Angelina may find serenity and happiness away from the limelight that used to shine so brilliantly on their sad love tale. The divorce of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt in 2016 changed Shiloh Jolie-Pitt's family dynamics in a big manner, even though it happened far away from the public eye. Even though things have been hard emotionally, both parents have stuck to their promise to co-parent and take care of their kids. Angelina Jolie is known for her work as an actress and for her work to help people in need. As a special envoy for the UN Refugee Agency, she has been a strong voice for global causes. Jolie has worked hard to help refugees and fight for children's rights. Her job entails high-profile tasks including going to war zones and supporting projects for individuals who have had to leave their homes. Brad Pitt, an Oscar-winning actor and producer, has focused his work on protecting the environment and helping people recover from disasters. The Make It Right Foundation, which he runs, helps restore homes in New Orleans that were destroyed by Hurricane Katrina. Pitt has also worked on a number of environmental projects, such as green building and sustainable housing. The public breakup between Jolie and Pitt hasn't changed their commitment to their own goals. While taking care of their co-parenting duties, they have kept working towards their humanitarian and environmental aims. This promise shows how determined they are to find a balance between their private lives and their public and charitable work. Making sure their kids get emotional support and stability even when things are always changing. Shiloh's dad is dating a new woman. Brad Pitt's relationship with Ines de Ramon has been a bright spot in his life during the stormy legal fights with Angelina Jolie. People close to Pitt tell Us Weekly that his relationship with de Ramon, who is 31, has brought him a lot of happiness and stability. And source said that being with her has given his life new meaning and that Pitt is head over heels in love with de Ramon. People like how calm and conflict-averse she is compared to the upheaval surrounding his high-profile divorce. The insider said that Inez wants Brad to let go of his resentment and find serenity. In November 2022, de Ramon's connection with de Ramon became public. This was just after de Ramon finished her divorce from actor Paul Wesley, who was recognized for his work on The Vampire Diaries. Wesley and de Ramon's divorce was finalized in March 2023, a year after they split up. By December 2022, de Ramon and Wesley were officially together, starting a new chapter for both of them. De Ramon is a jewelry designer from Switzerland. He was married to Wesley for around 4 years before they got divorced. Even though there is still conflict between DeRamon and his ex-wife, their support for each other and open, honest communication have made their relationship stronger. Friends of Pitt have observed a big change since DeRamon moved in with him. They say he is much happy and more in love than he has been in years. Their friendship seems to provide Pitt a sense of serenity and renewal in the midst of the chaos of his past. This shows how DeRamon has helped him during a difficult time in his life. Shiloh and her father get back in touch. Shiloh Jolie-Pitt did something brave when she was 17. Deciding to live with her dad, Brad Pitt, before she turned 18. A close family member says that she wanted to live in his Los Feliz mansion because she wanted to be independent and spend time with him. This choice shows how attached Shiloh is to Brad and how much she wants things to change during the custody battle. Brad is really happy with her choice. But things are more complicated now because of a new twist. Brad's friendship with Inez DeRamon, whom Shiloh hasn't met yet, could make things uncomfortable in their new living situation. Brad is still hopeful, though. Shiloh has tried to bring Brad and her elder brothers, Maddox, Pax, and Zahara, closer together, but it hasn't always worked out. Her relationship with her younger siblings Knox and Vivian is still good, which gives her some stability during this time of change. Angelina Jolie has a hard time with Shiloh's choice because of their history of fighting, which included claims of violence. Jolie doesn't like Shiloh's choice, but she does see that her daughter is becoming more independent. People say that Shiloh's mom is making the kids hate Brad. There are new accusations in the current legal battle between Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie that might make their already heated custody fight much worse. Reports say that Brad's lawyers have given a statement from Tony Webb, a former owner of a security company who used to work for Angelina. Webb says that Jolie tried to keep two of her bodyguards from testifying in the custody case that is still going on. Pitt's team says that this could have affected how the kids felt about their father. Webb's involvement makes the case even more dramatic, especially since he used to be close to Jolie but is now working for Pitt. His claims make us wonder how much control Jolie has over their kids and whether her actions may have made them less likely to want to spend time with Brad Pitt. The situation is even more complicated by Brad Pitt's huge $300 million fortune, which has become another point of contention in their legal battle. The stakes keep getting higher as the couple's divorce drags on. Both sides want to control not only their children's destinies but also their money. The latest accusations and the huge amount of money involved have only made the tension between the former Hollywood power couple worse. Their court battle is one of the most closely monitored in recent memory. Angelina Jolie's personal growth court docs have made shocking claims against Brad Pitt. One of the most alarming claims comes from a trip in 2016 when Jolie said Pitt grabbed her by the head, shook her forcefully, and even choked one of their kids. These claims have shocked the public and the media, bringing to light some bad things about their prior relationship. Jolie's claims also include unsettling ones that Pitt spilled beer on her. And even more astonishing, they poured wine and beer on their kids at the same time. These new facts have made the already intense legal and emotional fight between the two Hollywood stars even worse. Brad Pitt has been thinking about how he has grown as a person and how to deal with the complicated and often contradicting parts of his personality. Because of this, people have to deal with the fact that Pitt is a famous actor and is also involved in this unpleasant judicial case. Shiloh's uncertain gender journey from the beginning. Shiloh, who her parents called John, did things her own way. She didn't like frilly outfits, so she went for a tomboy look, wearing polo shirts, jackets, and big tracksuits. Her parents, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, supported her personal style without hesitation. Shiloh's choice to go by John at the age of 3, after reading Peter Pan, prompted a lot of talk regarding gender identification. Angelina said that Shiloh's style was inspired by the suits and tracksuits that are popular in Montenegro. Her brave decision to cut her hair short went against traditional gender roles even more. Angelina enthusiastically accepted Shiloh's uniqueness, even though the media and the public were all over her, standing up to people who criticize how she raises her kids. Brad and Angelina have always believed that kids should grow up in a way that is true to themselves, without the demands of society. They want to raise their kids to be open-minded, strong, and kind, and they don't want to force them into molds that have already been set. Brad has made it clear how important it is for him to be a strong support for his kids, even though the media is always watching him. Angelina has been quite clear about allowing her kids make their own decisions without her expectations, yet the Jolie-Pitt family has faced criticism for their choices. People in tabloids and on the internet have said that they are using Shiloh to get attention or to take their minds off their own problems. Angelina has talked candidly about how hard it is to raise her kids, especially Shiloh. This has resonated with many parents who are going through the same thing. Angelina said in a recent interview that she was afraid of putting Shiloh on the back burner in favor of her older kids, Maddox, Zahara, and Pax. She admitted that she is especially careful to make sure that Shiloh's needs don't get lost in the mix because she sees her other kids as being weak. This openness shows how unique her family is, and Angelina's introspection shows how committed she is to being a thoughtful and caring mom. Even if Angelina has tried her best, public opinion is still split. Some people say she pushed Shiloh to make big changes, especially to her clothes. People were talking about Shiloh getting hormone treatment at 13 and possibly having surgery to change her gender. Brad and Angelina have chosen to stay quiet out of respect for Shiloh's privacy and health. People have praised and criticized Angelina's way of raising her kids. Some people dispute her choice to let her girls wear male clothes, while others praise her for encouraging variety and self-expression. Angelina once said that the most essential thing for a female was to be herself. Some people say that Angelina is confusing her kids about gender, but she doesn't see a problem with their being themselves. She's not turning her daughters into little versions of herself. Instead, she values how different each child is. Angelina sees diversity as a strength. She didn't think it was weird that Shiloh wanted to dress like her brothers. That was just how she was. At first, Brad and Angelina were stunned, but they soon understood that Shiloh was more than just her name or gender. They've let all of their kids be who they are, no matter what other people think. When Zahara and Vivian joined them on the red carpet, Shiloh's clothes stole the show. Vivian, who played young Aurora in Maleficent when she was 5, felt more at ease in overalls than in dresses. She famously said, "How could you make me a princess?" Angelina wants her kids to be able to express themselves in more than just their outfits. In an editorial for LA in 2019, she stressed the significance of nurturing their minds over fashion and encouraged them to follow their hobbies instead of what society says they should do. Shiloh takes Pitt out of her name. It surprised the Globe when Shiloh Jolie-Pitt dropped her father's last name. 3 days after her 18th birthday, on May 30th, she asked to alter her name, which showed that she was now free. Insiders say that this brave step is connected to the ongoing custody fight between her parents. Reports say that Shiloh Jolie-Pitt wasn't allowed to testify regarding what happened that led to Brad and Angelina's breakup. She now blames her father for this. According to The Blast, Shiloh asked a Los Angeles court to change her name from Shiloh Nouvelle Jolie-Pitt to Shiloh Nouvelle Jolie. Shiloh made it plain that she wanted to take charge of her life by hiring her own lawyer and filed the papers right after her birthday. At first, it wasn't obvious why she changed her name, but now insiders believe it's because of the custody dispute and Shiloh's belief that her rights were infringed. She thought she had the right to testify as a victim, but they wouldn't let her. An informant told the Daily Mail that Shiloh changed her name because she thought her voice was ignored during her parents' court fights. A family excursion on a private jet was one of the main events that led to Brad and Angelina's breakup. A heavily redacted FBI investigation said that Pitt verbally abused and wounded Jolie during a heated dispute, which caused all 6 children. Then kids to cry. According to reports, Jolie hurt her back and elbow, and Pitt had scratches on his body. In the end, no one was charged with a crime for reasons that were not made public. Brad was really sad when Shiloh decided to stop using his name. It was more than just a name change for him. A source told US Weekly that it was a sign of a deeper rift that had been brewing for years. Another insider said that things that have happened in the past have made Brad's connection with his kids tense, but he still hopes they can work things out even though they don't agree on everything. He isn't giving up on them, but it hurts too much to see them pull away, like when they stop using his name. Even if things are hard, Brad is being brave in public. But behind closed doors, he's having a hard time with being apart from his kids. His kids have mostly sided with their mother, with a number of people publicly distancing themselves from his name. Vivian, his youngest daughter, took Pitt out of her name in the credits for the Broadway musical The Outsiders in May. During a Spelman College sorority initiation ceremony in November 2023, Shiloh's older sister Zahara introduced herself as Zahara Marley Jolie. An informant said that Brad's kids have had a hard time forgiving him and reconnecting with him since the divorce. They have always relied on their mom to take care of them and raise them with love and selflessness. It was distressing for them to see Brad fight with their mom when he departed. Shiloh Jolie-Pitt has had a very privileged and worldwide childhood so far, thanks to her parents' careers and humanitarian work. Shiloh has been in the public eye since she was born in Namibia. She grew up with siblings and parents who were involved in Hollywood and humanitarian projects. She has challenged gender conventions and become a young icon in her own way. Shiloh Jolie-Pitt will probably make her own way as she grows up, based on the wonderful experiences and ideals that her parents have given her. In a way, Shiloh's tale is like that of a celebrity family, but it also touches on universal themes of identity, family, and the search for happiness in a society where every step is watched and analyzed. Do you think that the changes in the household that led to her parents' divorce have hurt Shiloh? Please leave a comment below to let us know. Press the like button if you liked the video. If this is your first time on this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. To get updates from us, turn on the notification bell.